What's up, people? Man, like, subscribe, and share. Like, subscribe, and share. Man, Saturday morning, I'm off today. You know what I mean? Usually, man, I go in on a lot of Saturdays, but you know what I mean? I took the day off. Got a little running around to do, you know what I mean? Shit, I gotta go get a cut. You know what I mean? Shit, man, it's shape up week, so got a little things to knock out. So, man, I'm having my little coffee, catching up on my sports, you know what I mean? My little normal weekends, you know what I mean? That's what I do on my Saturday mornings. So I'm checking out the little Deshaun Watson situation. Now they got I think it's 9 lawsuits against his brother now for what is it, sexual misconduct or whatever. Pretty much they about to try to hit this brother with the rape charges. So I'm like, man, Deshaun is one of them brothers that's clean cut. You know what I mean? You don't hear about him in the news for no reckless stuff. You know what I mean? He pretty much keep his nose clean until recently when he's been a disgruntled employee. You know what I mean? He been threatening to hold out. He been pretty much trying to force a trade. You know what I mean? Because he feel as though he on his own on that team. He feels as though they're not doing what they should be doing as a team, trying to win. So he putting his foot down, demanding for them to be accountable for holding their end up. So he pretty much, you know what I mean, strong arming the Houston Texans. So man, I look at it like this. You got, now all of a sudden, you get women come up out of the woodworks. This brother's been throughout college, he's been in the spotlight. Immaculate. I mean, immaculate background. Have nobody ever say anything negative about this brother. His time in the NFL, immaculate background. Nobody say nothing bad about this brother. Now, as soon as he ruffled a few feathers, you know what I mean, with these Houston Texans, now all of a sudden, bam, you got 9 women come up out of the cut. 9 come up out of the cut talking about sexual misconduct or whatever. You know what I mean? Like, man, all of a sudden, now these supposed to happen at like massage parlors. These are masseuses or whatever. You know what I mean? So it's like, so they're saying he was getting a massage. He forced oral sex on him. You know what I mean? He was groping him. You know what I mean? While not asking, could he touch on you? You know what I mean? So all this type of stuff. So I'm sitting there listening to it, and I'm like, man, they trying to nail the brother. You know what I mean? But all 9 chicks have the same lawyer. Not one of them went to the police. They all went straight to a lawyer, straight pretty much like a civil suit. You know what I mean? They straight went for the dough, right off the rip. So that raises your antennas off the muscle. You know what I mean? That raises your antennas right off the muscle. Now the lawyer come into play. He's saying, well, some of them's gonna go file criminal charges, but some don't want to go to the police because of the slander that victims have. That's the BS they're gonna throw out there. And let me make this clear. I'm not judging guilt or innocence on neither part. But what I am saying is, I'm talking to the brothers to make sure they are aware of what can happen to them if you're not paying attention to what is going on around you and who you have in your presence if you are in a prominent position. Because there's people out here looking to come up. There's people out here that's looking for opportunity. It's opportunists that's out here. You know what I mean? Especially in the female form. You know what I mean? That's just real, man. So now, this lawyer they got, he just so happens to be neighbors with the owners of the Houston Texans. He just so happened to be right in he's rubbing the elbows with the exact same people that the owners of this team is rubbing elbows with, who pretty much have a issue with Deshaun Watson at this moment. This could be a conspiracy theory or whatever. You know what I mean? But these are the same, all of a sudden, as soon as he is trying to force his way out of town, in this same town, Houston, Texas, might we add, all of a sudden, bam, this brother's whole image, a black eye, they put a black eye on because this is going to follow him no matter what. Even if he beat it. Even if he beat it, this is going to be one of the first things they say when his name is mentioned. No matter what it is he's doing. They're going to always bring up these allegations. So this was like, man, we got these young brothers need to understand when you start getting money, man, you have to know you can become a victim. You can straight up become a victim, man, in so many ways. And we always think getting victimized, you always just worry about the dudes in the street. You know what I'm saying? We always worried about a nigga not catching us slipping. You know what I mean? You always worried about if I got my jewelry on. You know what I mean? Do I got my banger with me? You know what I mean? Trying to be on point for stuff like that. But you'll go to a massage parlor and you so relaxed just because it's a female. You ain't even thinking about you being a victim. And you sit down. I've been to a massage parlor before. And you sit up when you're in a massage parlor, if you go to a certain realm of massage parlors, you can go in there and just get whatever area you get worked on. But you can also go to some where you can go in there and get all of your areas worked on. You understand what I'm saying? So that's possibly what was going on here. And they're saying he forced oral sex on these women. You know what I'm saying? I've been in those type of places where they start offering without even offering verbally. You understand what I mean? So you got to pay attention and trust and believe somebody there knew who he was when he first went there. Or they figured out who he was once he started going there with him. So you know what I mean? So you have to, man, your antennas need to be alert. You can't just be hungry for it when you let your guards all the way down, when you just opened up a whole door of man, life-changing events. No matter how this goes, you about to lose endorsements. You about to lose a lot. You know what I'm saying? You about to lose a whole lot, let alone don't know how your relationship status goes. It might not be a strong enough woman to stand there and stand beside you through this. You might lose a whole relationship / kids in the midst of this. So y'all got to pay attention to what's going on around you, man. You put yourself in a position. They say these ladies, they got text messages from them back and forth with these chicks. Now none of them went to the police. All of them went straight civil. So they went straight for the dough. You know what I mean? Which lets you know it's all about the money. So this one gonna cost him. The likelihood of him going to jail in his NFL prime is probably slim to none. You understand what I'm saying? Just looking at the case in itself, it's probably slim to none. It's gonna cost him a whole lot of money. It's gonna cost him face, but he's gonna have to come. They gonna break him down his knees. They're humbling this brother. That's what they do. They're making him humble himself because he came out there a little too cocky, flexing his nuts, saying what he was about to control these guys to do. Because we got to remember, what was the exact quote the Houston Texans owner said? We can't let the prisoners run the asylum. If I'm not mistaken, those were his exact words. We can't let the inmates run the asylum or something like that. To something on those lines or something like that. It was some crazy shit he said. So we already know the type of mindset that this man has. You know what I mean? So we already know the type of put this boy in his place. You know what I mean? So that's already aware. We should be aware that this could happen. These are the type of people in Texas that have enough money, have enough power, and have enough influence that they can make something happen if they want to make something happen. They know enough people involved in enough dirty games where they can go change that situation over there and make some shit happen. Bring this nigga back down to reality. Remind this nigga that he a nigga. because they do that from time to time, and we got to be aware of that, man. We can't keep we can't keep giving them opportunities to knock us off our square. You know what I'm saying? That's what we do. Once we get it, we have to put ourselves in a position not to lose it. Just because you get it, don't mean you're gonna keep it. You have to put yourself in a position not to lose it, man. This brother let his guards down. He got comfortable. And that's the problem with a lot of us. A lot of us get comfortable behind some ass. You know what I'm saying? We'll get comfortable behind a piece of ass. And how that piece of ass can cost him, we don't know. But it's gonna cost him it's gonna cost him a lot financially. It's gonna cost him a lot personally. It's gonna cost him a lot career-wise. You know what I mean? Everywhere you go, that stigma is gonna be attached to him. You understand what I'm saying? That's a bad tag. You don't want that tag hanging over your. That's not a jacket you want to wear. You know what I mean? But then, with that being said, if these allegations come out to be false, this is why we need to vote, man. We need to vote and force into Congress the laws that we need to fit us, because it's too many women that make accusations like this that are false, and then it comes out that they are false and nothing happens. If you make false claims like this, you should be charged as well. You should be charged as well. That's how I feel, because when you make a false accusation against somebody like this, you have disturbed lives. You have disturbed people's lives, and that you have changed people's whole scope around how they live, around how they're looked at, around how they're embraced, everything. You know what I'm saying? So you just saying that, and now you just go on about your merry way. No, it don't work like that. It shouldn't work like that. So that's why you gotta pay attention to who's voting in your areas. You know what I mean? Who's running in your area, what their strong points are, what they believe in. You know what I mean? These men, we have to stop putting these people in positions for where you live, for what benefits you. We have to vote for them small jurisdictions and stuff. That's the stuff that matter. Everybody pay attention to just the president and the mayor votes. No, all them other ones matter as well. Better go vote for that little small one around in the neighborhood. That's the stuff you need to pay attention to. You know what I mean? Because stuff like this happens every day, man. And it's like he done put himself in a position now where, man, you don't have a trump card. The power you had as being one of the top young athletes in the league, controlling your own fate, they just took that from you. Now you're going to sit your ass still and let us handle you accordingly how we want to handle you now. Either we're going to keep you here if we choose to, or we're going to take you where we want you to go. Because, you know what I mean? He had a few teams where he selected where he would, you know what I mean, where he would like to go. It's out of your hands now. You don't have no control over nothing you're doing now. So now you opened the door of total. You lost power, man. You had power and you lost it. So, man, we gotta be aware of what's going on around us, man. Don't put yourself in a trick bag behind some ass, man. That's all it boils down to. Don't put yourself in a trick bag behind these young dumb dudes that you're running behind, bro. Like, man, it's serious, man. Everybody's trying to come up right now. Everybody's looking for a quick fix. Everybody's looking for a quick come up. So you got to be aware of who you putting in your circle, who you putting close enough to be able to harm you and yours. You know what I'm saying? So you got to pay attention to all of that. And the slightest thing that you think is nothing could be something. And that's just real right now. And now Deshaun Watson he's in a bad place, man. I'm like, man, I feel sorry for that brother, man. But, you know, if he did do these things, let the law take the course like it's supposed to take its course. But if he didn't, man, that's a bad jacket to walk around and have on your back if you didn't do no crime, man. And that's serious. But, you know what I mean, I take a stance on it because I know it's women, man, that do that do a bunch of BS, man, out here just on a come up, out of spite, just because they can. You understand what I mean? But then on the other hand, it is some wretched ass dudes out here that'll try to take some ass. So we gonna keep it even keel over here. You know what I'm saying? I'm not for or against neither way. I'm just speaking on the events. You know what I mean? And trying to make these young cats aware. Be vigilant of what's going on around you. Be vigilant of who you have around you. Have your senses on at all times, man, because you have to. Now, he done when he got rubbed on, you know what I mean, and he done when he got sucked off or something, and now it's about to cost him millions, man. Was that worth it? Hell no, it wasn't worth it. Mess around and cost you your career. Because the NFL is getting involved now, so you're probably gonna get suspended, which is gonna cost you game checks. It's gonna cost you time off. Man, it's about to cost this brother. Then you got to walk back in that locker room, and everybody in them locker rooms don't get along. It's some guys in there that already don't like the dude. It's some guys in there that already pissed off at him because he was talking about leaving. So it's like it's a lot of dynamics that go with, man. You just disrupted this man's life. Think about where he lived. The people around where he lived. More people are going to stop speaking to you when you ride past now. You know what I mean? The ones that used to wave, hey, Deshaun, those are the ones going to pretend like they don't see you riding past. Now, they going to drop their head when you coming past. This shit is life-changing. So, you know what I mean? Man, this man, I hope the brother makes it out of this all right, man. I hope everybody involved. Hope it lays out how it's supposed to play out, man. Just my little take on it while I'm sitting there having my coffee on this Saturday morning, man. Like, subscribe, and share, man. Yeah, Chicago's finest, man. We just trying to bring y'all some content, man. Get up out of here, man. Go take some little running. I got a little running to do. We out, peoples. Get back at y'all later on. Holla.